A year after I watched The Last Airbender, I decided it was the time to review and watch The Legend of Korra. And The Legend of Korra is a great follow-up series. The new waterbender avatar Korra now has to stop new threats every season. This series is really awesome, but just a bit less good than The Last Airbender, because we don't have a continuous storyline spanning across the seasons. Instead, we pretty much get a new villain or threat every season. But that's nitpicking, because I would definitely recommend this as a great series as well. The fact that they follow the next avatar in this series rather than continuing to coast on Aang is good. A fresh start is very good. We see a few characters who are still alive, like Katara, return as elderly people, but I must say their conclusion is rather distracting. Nice callbacks, sure, but not necessary. Of course, it's always fun to see Zuko or Iroh again, but like I said, it's totally unnecessary. The Legend of Korra is at its best when it honors the legacy of Aang and the 100 Years' War and builds upon it, without continuing it, if you know what I mean. Season 1 of The Legend of Korra only has one problem. I feel like they blew their finest cover here. The introduction of Avatar Korra as a waterbender moving to Republic City might be a bit too fast. But as soon as we arrive in Republic City, it's amazing. The city is the capital of all the merged nations, alone formidable. Tenzin, Aang's son, is a very interesting character. He is an airbender, very sarcastic at times, but above all very helpful. Korra herself is also very fun. Bolin and Mako are two great brothers. The love triangle that Mako has with Asami and Korra actually managed to intrigue me. But this season is definitely the best because of its enemy, Amon. Amon is without a doubt the best Avatar villain ever. Next to Azula maybe, but it's close between those two. Very close. He's fucking terrifying. And you totally understand why Korra is scared to death for him. He is actually a bloodbender who is capable of taking away your bending powers with a handshake, something normally only the Avatar can do. He wears a mask and his whole backstory with his brother is interesting too. As well as the fact that he leads a non-bender uprising out of idealism. So he isn't a villain just for the sake of it. Fantastically done. Season 2 takes a slight drop in quality. Here it's about evil spirits threatening the world and Korra's uncle creating a civil war between the northern and the southern water tribes. The civil war is more interesting than the whole spirit business. The animation style of the first Avatar 1 is weird, and all those spirits are pretty peculiar anyway. By no means I think this is a horrible season, but you do notice that they couldn't maintain the quality of Amon's threat. Unalaq as the Dark Avatar should in theory form the perfect opponent, but it turns into more of a kaiju fight in the end. Not bad, but not as wow as Amon. The introduction of Varrick was very good though, as recurring guest character providing humor. Season 3 brings the Red Lotus into the story with Sehir as their leader. A bunch of crazy lunatics who want to destroy the Avatar and all the kingdoms to create a totally new order. We get to see a bit more of Lin and the Metal Benders. Bolin and Opal make a cute couple, and seeing Bolin and Mako's family was nice too. Jinora gets more to do, and she and Kai fit well together. The whole season starts off weirdly now that the spirits are roaming around. Airbenders are popping out again, out of nothing. A cool idea though, to bring the Air Nation back from the dead. Zahir, a criminal, is one of those new airbenders, and he is never as terrifying as Amon, but his final battle with Korra is truly epic. The Earth Queen as a second villain and Zuko as an old man are nice additions too. The end of season 3 is very strongly executed, just like season 1. And season 4 does some crazy things. First and foremost, there is a 3-year time jump, which I didn't really find that. Ever since her clash with Zahir, Korra is much less powerful as an avatar and has to find her powers again. A returning Toph is a fun addition to the cast, even if she is just as annoying as in The Last Airbender. Our new enemy Kuvira is out for world domination, starting with the Earth Kingdom and moving on from there. And compared to the other Korra villains, she is surprisingly bland. By no means is she intimidating. This season also has a jumping the shark moment in my personal opinion. The robot mechs are one thing, but the giant kaiju robot at the end was unnecessary. I always defend Korra series against critics, but even I can't defend that thing. Furthermore, I think this season ends weirdly, Korra and Asami leaving for the spirit world. And they are some sort of a couple? Where did that suddenly come from? Kuvira goes down rather weakly, Kai barely even appears in this season, so why introduce him in the first place? It's a pity the final couldn't have been better. Maybe the Legend of Korra went on for just 1 season too long, and they would have been better off doing 3 seasons just like Aang, ending it with Zahir. But all in all, The Legend of Korra is a must-watch for everyone, a very good follow-up series to the first Avatar series, and I really hope the next Avatar series we'll ever get will be as good as those two. Thank you for watching and see you next review.